You don't build a brand people trust by racing to the bottom on price. In this clip, Michael shares how he figured out how to price higher than all the other contractors in his area and have a product that people are happy to pay for and he's proud to sell. So check it out. If you're interested in watching the full podcast, you can find it on my YouTube channel or other podcast platforms. About a year ago, you did free stuff for a while. And then when did you start to transition into okay, this is a for-profit thing, going all in on this?
So when I realized I wasn't making any money, I was still working the oil field job. I had, while I was doing this, answering the phone, going there at nights, weekends, my days off, I was doing both things. And when I looked at the the profit loss statement or the bank account, I'm like, there's no money here. I'm not making any money. I started trying to make money, and what I did was I made the mistake that literally everybody makes. I'm like, what is everyone else charging? What's everyone else charging? So I priced the way everyone else priced, and after you pay for the fuel and the truck payment and the insurance and the parts and the time, you're lucky to break even. And I'm like, how are these people doing this? It's just not. And if you looked at some of the companies around here, you could see how they do it. It's just, not, I don't want to bash them too hard, but it's just it's not professional. It's not to say that it's bad. It's just not quality. It's not what I would call quality work, and there is a market for that. There is a market for people who will pay for not quality work because it's cheap. I don't want those aren't my customers, and that's okay that that's not my customer. It's totally fine. But when I realized that I needed to make a living from this, that I'm not going to have this oil field job, that I need to make some money, I dove deeper and I read all of Alex's stuff again. I looked at, there's a book called Built to Sell. I forget who the author is, but it's an extremely good book. And I started niching down and trying to streamline my process and figure out what's making me the most money, what's the most profitable, what are the problems people are having that I can fix quickly and that are very profitable. And that's whenever I zeroed in on, higher quality stuff that you can't buy at Home Depot. And I always think of this, if people can readily buy your things at a big box store or something, or the tools that you use, you're going to have a hard time. It's not impossible, but in my opinion, you're going to have a hard time justifying the higher price if they can see, well, I can get it at Home Depot for $40. Now they can get garage doors at Home Depot for a couple $100 for sure, but you can't buy CHI, the brand that I sell, from Lowe's or Home Depot. You can't get that. You have to go through a dealer. You just can't get it. And that is, I niched into that category, something that has a higher barrier to entry for people around here. And did that cut the customer base? Yes, absolutely. A lot less people, or a lot more people say no to your service for sure. But it's priced in such a way that when people do say yes, it makes up for 4 customers that said no. You know what I mean? So you work less, you make more profit, the customers are happier, you're happier, your business grows faster, you have the confidence to ask for the review because the stuff. Every time I install a door, put a spring on, I stand back and I look at them like, damn, that's good. Look at that. That's beautiful. I'm super proud of it. It looks good. It acts good. It feels good. The door sounds amazing. That's when I ask for the review, I know that I deserve it. I'm just give me that review, it's mine because I deserve this review. And I'm relentless with it. And that's because I have conviction in what I've done. If you're using, if you go to Home Depot and I pick up a Chamberlain opener that is for $200, I'm gonna have a hard time charging $1,000 for that install because that opener is cheap. It's, you know what I mean? It's They can see that it's cheap. What are they getting for their money? If you're not offering a warranty with it, if you're not offering sunshades on their sensors, if you're not offering professional wiring, why are they paying you? You know, you have to think of these little details of, and then stack them. We do professional wiring, we do sunshades, we do the lifetime warranty on the motor. And you show them a list of things that they're getting that they're not getting with the other person, and that's what they're paying for. So that's, you know, and it's been working amazingly. Like I love the pace that the business is going. It's great.
So free stuff for a few months, discovered the idea of niching down and really building up the value of what you do.
Right.
Like how many months of that kind of like working on your product did you do before you feel like you had something like really solid?
So iteration never stops. I know you worded it good, because once I had something solid, it probably took a good 3-4 months of just constant iteration, price testing, because you do Alex's thing again. You do want to get a gasp from people whenever they see the price. Like, you do want them to kind of go, whoa, you know, that is pricey. And what that does is it kind of separates you from everyone else. Like, it creates why is this so much why are you so much more expensive than everybody else? They get to start to thinking like you live rent free, as the cool people say, and you're in their head like, wow, I wonder why he's charging this much for this. What is he giving me that's worth that? Now, some people will say, screw that, it's too expensive, but a lot of the times that causes them to think about your business in a different way. You don't get, what's the word, commoditized. You're not like, you know, hey, can you do openers? Yes. Can you do openers? No, we don't do openers. We do smart garage systems. You know, we do smart garage opener systems. They're a different product. They're not the same. They might have a similar function, but what you want to do is you want to create a category of one where you're selling in a market that no one else is selling in. Like, you're literally your own market. You know, they'll call and say, hey, can you do this, you know, XYZ cheap thing? No, we actually don't do that. And that's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. They're not wrong for asking for it, and you're not wrong for not doing it. Like, I think people feel shameful, and I used to, for not offering a certain thing. If someone's like, well, you don't do extension springs, or you don't do torque, you don't work on torque master stuff. I'm like, damn, maybe I should. You know, maybe I should help these people out and do that. It's not helpful to them or me to work on something that's not profitable or is not helpful to them. If it's a inferior solution, why do I want to give them an inferior solution just because it's cheaper? It just doesn't make sense to me. But that took a while for me to overcome. It's tough. I had an internal battle with that. But once you get over that and you realize how happy the customers you do serve are, that all goes out the window. You know, you can't save everybody. You can't help everyone. It's impossible. But the people that you do help, you want to help them well. You want them to be super satisfied and happy. And that's what you should focus on. Not how good you can help the customers you do get. And that's what I focus on.